In a day and age where smartphones' batteries don't last too long, it's essential to carry a rechargeable battery pack to give you that extra juice when needed. The TYLT PowerPlant aims to help you with this, and I'll be reviewing that product in this video, so stick around for the ride. If you're not familiar, the TYLT PowerPlant is a portable, lightweight, rechargeable battery pack with a capacity of 5,200 mAh. It comes in three variants: a 30-pin version, a lightning version, and a micro USB version, which is the one I have for this review. Charging the PowerPlant itself is quite simple. You just plug a USB cable into it with the other end connected to a computer or an AC plug. Then every 25% an LED will go solid green until there are 4 solid green LEDs signifying 100% charge. It's also worth mentioning you can press the LED indicator button to check the power level while the TYLT PowerPlant is not being charged itself. Charging your device starts immediately as soon as you plug the flex arm into your device, and what's nice is if you check the battery settings page, it says it's charging from AC rather than USB, as you might expect, and as a result your phone or tablet will be charged a lot faster. Charging non-micro USB devices through the USB port on the TYLT PowerPlant starts automatically once the cable is plugged in on both ends. Now I want to give some of my use cases with this product before rounding up with some pros, cons, pricing and availability. My daily driver currently is the Samsung Galaxy S3 smartphone, and some of you that follow me on Twitter will know I often complain about the poor battery life of this device. Well, I drained my S3 completely to the point where it wouldn't turn on, and then fully charged it using the PowerPlant. This process took 2.5 hours, which is slightly faster than using the official plug. After this process, the PowerPlant battery capacity reduced from 100 to 50%, meaning that I could get 2 extra full charges of my S3 while off using the PowerPlant. Carrying on with the Android theme, I also used the PowerPlant to charge my 2012 Nexus 7 from 8% using the flex arm. I was quite disappointed with this test because after an hour not only had the Nexus 7 reached 46% charge, but the PowerPlant had been completely exhausted of juice. You have to remember the Nexus 7 2012 has 4,325 mAh battery, and I did use the flex arm. It might have been a slightly different story if I used the USB port, but I did it with the flex arm just to see what would happen. I think this was a one-off, however, since I later repeated this test. The Nexus 7 2012 was at 5% battery, the PowerPlant was fully charged, I left it to charge while I slept, I woke up approximately 8 hours later and the Nexus 7 was on 74% with the PowerPlant completely exhausted. Much better results. So I did mention that for non-micro USB devices such as my iPod Touch 5th generation, you can charge this using the PowerPlant by making use of the USB port with a cable. For this test, I drained the iPod Touch 5G completely and it reached 100% capacity in about 2 hours and 5 minutes, which is slightly faster than using my computer to charge it. The TYLT PowerPlant outputs a current of 2.1 amps, and the device can be used to charge a smartphone and a tablet simultaneously. I tested this by ensuring the S3 and Nexus 7 were both at 5% and off. I connected the S3 using the flex arm and the Nexus 7 with USB. After 2 hours, the S3 was at 97% and the Nexus 7 was only at 28%. Finally, you might be wondering how long it takes to charge the TYLT PowerPlant itself. Well, I tried 2 techniques here. I first connected it using the supplied USB cable to my computer, but I also connected it to the Nexus 7 AC plug just to see if it would be faster. On the first test, where I connected it to my computer, it took in total 8 hours and 50 minutes. However, using the Nexus 7 AC plug to charge the PowerPlant took 7 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, so let's move on to some negatives about this device. For starters, as just mentioned, it does take quite a long time to charge the PowerPlant. Now, if you let it charge while you sleep or something, then this might not be an issue, but it would be great if TYLT made an updated version that only took 4 to 5 hours to charge. The design is a gloss black finish, as you can see, and this makes it an absolute fingerprint magnet. The lid that covers the ports can also be quite fiddly. It's hard to show this on video, but the PowerPlant does get quite hot while charging devices. I'm also a bit skeptical of the true battery percentage of the PowerPlant because sometimes after charging it would show 2 LEDs, but if I press the button again it would show 3. The final negative is when the cable is plugged into the PowerPlant, the lid pushes the cable to a non-straight angle, which could potentially damage the cable. Moving on to the positives, you no longer need to carry a micro USB to USB cable since the flex arm takes care of that. Once your device reaches 100%, the TYLT PowerPlant will stop supplying any current to your phone, which prevents overcharging and saves the battery of the PowerPlant, which is nice. The PowerPlant itself doesn't have much height, so if the phone battery is low, but you need your phone as an alarm, you could put the phone connected to the PowerPlant under a pillow. I've actually done this, so it might be a great use case for you too. The PowerPlant can also retain a single charge for up to a year. As for pricing and availability, the TYLT PowerPlant 30-pin Lightning and micro USB variants are £48, £57 and £44 respectively. However, there might be better prices on Amazon, so those links will be below that like button in the description. Ultimately, I'm very happy with the TYLT PowerPlant. I can't leave my house without it. It easily fits into a coat pocket, jeans pocket or a bag, and to know that if I do have a long day outside where I'm using my phone a lot, I can get up to 2 extra full charges for my phone depending on how much the power plant is charged. Most of the negatives I mentioned earlier aren't really a major concern, and overall I'd say the functionality of this product outweighs them and is a great buy for anyone. You can never have enough backup battery power. The power plant is built to tilt. Hope you enjoyed this review of the TYLT PowerPlant and found it informative. If you learned something new or have any feedback, then be sure to drop that in the comment section below. If you want to be a legend, do click that like button and check out my previous video which is on your screens now. A quick thanks to TYLT for sending this product out for review. They make a great range of products, so do check out their website tylt.com, and also a thanks to Yaya for the outside shots used in this video. Let me know if this is something you might want to see me try one time as well. Be sure to subscribe since I've got a very exciting video coming up next. It will be a different style and you might even see your name mentioned. That's all for now, thanks for watching and I'll see you all in the next video.